Jason's running slow today, so. Oh, and so are you, apparently.
Get in your hole. Tell mommy to move so you can get in your hole.
How rude. She's so rude. Why is that not showing anything? What just happened?
I don't know.
Because I was on there a second ago.
Are we live?
Yeah, supposedly. But it's not there. Look on my phone and see if that's strange. Because it's like everything.
What do you want from me?
This is mommy's. Give it to her, please.
Okay, well, hold on. Can you not see I'm trying to do something?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that Permanent Pasture Pimp was online right now.
That's the name of his channel? Permanent Pasture Farms, but his name is Pimp. His Pimp Podcast. Oh, you're live.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Right there. I don't know what I did, but.
What did you do?
I don't know. I think we were on the whole time. I think it's just the display. There we go. I'm not sure what that was about, but hopefully you guys saw us the whole time instead of just a black screen.
Hopefully.
That was strange. Hello, Niana. Niana got her package Saturday.
All right. Did she like her package?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. Yes. So, cryptic question for you now. Our thing that we were going to show our members only first, that's sitting on the end table. The things that I made a bunch of so that we could sell them. How are we going to tell all those people that when we haven't had a live stream for just them?
Because we're going to do a live stream for them, I guess, this week. Maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
I wonder who the one person
Can you hand me my phone so I can share?
Oh. Do I look like I kind of lost more weight because now I got like this turtleneck thing going on.
What? She said yes, very much so.
Cool. Cool. I'm a little tired. That was a lot of running around today.
Yes, I'm sure.
A friend of ours came over and he has a nice big trailer. And so we picked up the car. I think we shared with you guys that the car was busted. We still don't know exactly what is wrong with it, but it's at a mechanic's place, you know. So hopefully we will learn something in the next couple of days to try to figure out why it's burning oil.
Yeah, I'm still scratching my head about that.
So
6 quarts is a lot, so.
Yeah, especially without having any. Well, I mean, how would we know? It's sitting on top of wood chips, so I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
But so hopefully by Thanksgiving, maybe we'll have an answer, or I'll have to get on the stripper pole to try to raise money to be able to get a new car. So, just hope I don't throw my back out on the pole.
Oh my goodness. The
Mm.
idea of you. A stripper pole.
Yeah, I'm gonna put one in our bedroom, and I'm not gonna secure it correctly, so then that way I can start spinning, and you can videotape it, and I can fall. Internet gold. And I'll come out wearing a thong like Mike Tyson.
Oh my gosh, please don't. That was hilarious. I can't even. Like...
You know what everybody's saying now? They're calling it America's Hiney. It was America's Hiney.
That was.
So I don't know if a lot of y'all watched that fight. There was a lot of hype to that fight, and
I feel like they marketed it to our generation, and they got us all hook, line, and sinker.
Well, I mean, if you can't tell that fight is rigged, I can't help you, because if you watch,
is disappointing.
Well, it was either rigged or there was something wrong with Tyson, and he should have never stepped in the ring, because the way that he was throwing punches, training on those videos, versus the way he behaved
that night
was two totally different scenarios. And the fact that I don't know, he caught Jake with that one good punch, and
Jake's reaction. Oh, no volume because I'm peopling right now, but I just wanted to say, hey.
Where are you peopling?
Oh, he's at the dwelling. Nice. That's awesome.
So yeah, but there were some good fights in that whole card. The girls, again, they beat the mess out of each other. I don't necessarily know if I was rooting for the Irish girl home team.
Yeah, but I didn't agree
but
with
I
the
don't
call.
know if she. I don't. If I had to call that fight and say that she won, I wouldn't be sleeping well at night. I don't necessarily know that she won that one. And then the two Hispanic dudes that went 12 rounds, and they beat the snot out of each other.
Sorry, Jason, but I don't know that much sign.
Do we have a piece of scrap paper? I just want to write pigs on it. That's all I want to write.
Wait, hold on. Where's?
Or hold on, give me your phone. I'll just pull up a picture of one.
This is right there.
If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say.
You'll make him laugh out loud in the middle of a service. Oh my goodness.
But tonight, shortly after we get off here at about what, 8:30, 9 o'clock?
8:30 is what I have it scheduled.
8:30, we are having a video released where Robin is going to teach you how to overwinter your peppers, right?
Teach is a very loose term.
Or basically it's...
I'm going to show you what I did and we'll see if it takes.
I think it's going to take, because it took you a while to do it.
Womp, womp. I mean, the theory is the same as what we do for other things on this thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
fish or pigs? You choose.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
we had a big blessing yesterday. We were out working on stuff, and I got a text message from a lady from our church. And I guess they were laying out at church that morning, and so she messaged me to tell me that her husband shot a deer, but that their freezers are full, so they have no need for the meat. But it was definitely a mountable one.
13 point.
Yeah, and so she
That
asked
deer probably
us.
weighed over 200 pounds.
She asked us if we wanted the meat, and of course we said yes without even thinking about our own freezer.
We're gonna bless some people with it. Bless Jay with it, and I don't know, maybe have it as barter for fish. But you know, who knows? You know, but the neck on that buck was
It's massive, super massive. Are y'all gonna go out tomorrow night?
probably.
Oh wait, you can't. You gotta go pick up Carol.
All right, I'm heading out on that one.
See y'all. Small.
Oh, the gloves guy's back.
Yay. I promise this guy just has like a copy and paste.
Mhm. I like gloves.
I like
That's
gloves.
good.
I like gloves. Good, I'm glad you like gloves,
I'm
man.
so happy for you.
Oh, man.
Well, it's turkey season without the gloves. Happy. We're not going to see you, talk to y'all until then. Hello from.
So, oh, that's the
That's
Russian.
the guy. That's the Russian guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember how to say hello in Russian.
I don't know. I never knew, so I can't remember because I didn't know.
That's going to bother me now.
All I know is Das Vidanya.
That's goodbye.
I know. That's all I know. You could ask Google Translate.
Yeah.
But that would be cheating.
It's cheating. Listen, so we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Do not eat too much. Watch your calorie intake, or not, and get type 2 diabetes.
But can you really get type 2 diabetes if you just do it over the weekend?
Probably. Some of
Just
us are
saying.
pushing it. There was something I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what is driving me crazy. That's the whole reason why I wanted to come live tonight. You're not helping, honey.
Food recalls.
No. What's that food recalls?
Cow.
Dessa, bring me my phone, please. Are we sharing that?
This might. Oh. Are we sharing what?
Our cow situation.
Ivan. Yeah. His name is Ivan. That's right.
Yeah. That's a name. Chris, single dad, homestead. He kind of just, I don't know.
I mean, he's still one. We just don't ever talk to him.
He just doesn't love us anymore.
Well, I'm gonna go pull on
Yep.
Luis.
Hey, make sure you milk her out.
Every morning and every night I've been doing that, and she is still swollen.
I'm gonna have to break down and get a machine. She's just not dropping it. She's gonna end up sick.
Well, she hasn't been yet, so.
squirrel dumplings for Thanksgiving. Whoop whoop.
Nice. Dessa busted a squirrel yesterday. Took Dessa out deer hunting yesterday, and she insisted on bringing her pellet rifle with her, and she busted one. Like as soon as we were walking up, she was like, "Stop!" Busted it right in the head. It's in the refrigerator, resting. And so, did she get any more today?
I don't think so. She's not feeling well. She's got some kind of little crud, and so she's not doing all that great today. We're having, let's see.
I think I am. Jay and I were talking, and I was talking to him today about how big of a ham do they usually get for Christmas, and he's like, well, we usually get a ham for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, how do you do a ham on Thanksgiving? That's anti-American. And he was like, my wife is Hispanic. And I said, don't blame her. And it dawned on me. You know why I get more excited about Thanksgiving than Christmas?
Why?
It's the days after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The turkey sandwiches.
I have to make sure I make enough gravy this year. Oh, and when we were at Walmart today, so I don't know if anybody uses those injectables from Tony's Hatcheries, which is basically like probably melted oil or margarine or something with all the seasonings in it, and it comes with a little thing.
Jess, are you still in here?
And,
find out why he's barking like that.
And I guess last year they must have had a surplus of them, and so like after Easter, they were like $1 a piece. And so we ended up using a bunch of them and didn't keep any for Thanksgiving. And so when it started getting close to that time of year, I started seeing them come out. But they wanted like almost $5 for those bottles. So I looked at you and I was like, we have the metal injector that you bought. We'll just make our own. No big deal. And we walked by them today. And they've already, it's not even Thanksgiving yet, and they've already marked them down to $2. So I grabbed one. I was like, we'll just grab one. And I've got to brine that turkey tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that it can sit for the next 2 days in the brine. So, but yeah. So that's fun. What did, Niana say? Our kids are going to the in-laws for Thanksgiving, so that's easy for me and different. Yeah. So
hello, Copper Kettle. Hello, Mama Z.
A few hours to fix my second car. Now it's drivable, so I have 4x4 available for me. That's awesome. It's nice to have a 4x4.
So, right now, I want everybody to tomorrow, at some point in time during the day, tomorrow, I want you guys to just stop, say a prayer, send well wishes for
Mama Z.
Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. She's going in for neck surgery tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
And so we want to make sure that she comes out of that okay. How is the poo guru after his dental surgery?
Don't you even. He's showing out because we're in here and he hears our voices.
No, ma'am. Put your head down. Put your head down.
Gizmo, be quiet.
Tinker's wife, hey, he's much better, and you're so grateful.
8 a.m. Central Time is her surgery.
Yeah. So that would be
9 our time.
9 or 10 o'clock our time.
9.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're just an hour.
Are you sure? I thought there were 2. Let's
Misty,
just-
what time is your surgery Eastern Standard Time? Hey, Patty.
Using so much pain during the surgery, even with.
Yeah, with the local anesthetic, like.
I hate that for him. I love to give Donald a hard time because I consider Donald a really good friend, but I hate the fact that he had to go through that.
Anytime you see one of your friends going through that, especially the pain afterwards, because you know that it's going to get better, but you have to go through it to get there,
Yeah.
you know? Like that's tough.
And I mean, and what do you say? You can't. That's always my issue, my hard.
You're hard.
Ladessa. Oh, she's gonna act like she ain't in here. I just heard her cough. That's something that I always struggle with. When I find out that one of my friends, got hurt, or if they had to go in for a surgery, or or they lost a loved one or something like that, I always struggle on what to say because it's one of those situations that everybody says the same thing. Oh man, I feel bad for you. Oh, that sucks that you have to go through that. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I get to thinking about on the flip side of the coin, that person has really got to be tired of every single person saying that to them over and over and over again. It's like, for example, I guess you could call her my first real girlfriend ever back in high school. She just lost her older sister.
Hey, Grammy Karen.
To cancer. And she was a warrior through it with the stuff that she posted on Facebook and stuff.
Gardens.
And but what are you saying to somebody in a situation like that? I just kind of focused on, hey, you are being a champ. You're doing great being there for, because she didn't leave her sister's side at the end for a long time.
Yeah.
And I just kept trying to send words of encouragement, hey, right now, what you're doing is it means the world to her and all of that. And it's just, and it's one of those that, what do you say in situations like that? Because you want to reach out, and you want to love on them, and you want to hug on them, and you want to just tell them.
He was barking at the ducks in the pond. I went ahead and fed it.
Okay, thank you. And there's people out there that are better than that at that than me. Like Ethan from 180 Degrees and Jeremiah. When Apollo died, they didn't say, dude, that sucks, whatever. They had words of encouragement. I was like, and looking back at it, I was like, God, I wish I had that superpower. But I don't. I do not have that superpower. So if we're close friends, and you lose somebody or you get hurt, don't expect a lot of words of encouragement. I suck at it when it comes to that.
I live alone now. Speaking of surgeries, had a big surgery for my jaw, needed to be observed, and someone on standby for 24 hours for me. Just someone to keep an eye on me for 24 hours. So a nurse cost about $450, but a local escort is $250 a day. Guess who I hired?
And that is capitalism.
That's America. Welcome to America.
That's got to be the most American thing I've read in a long time. That, or when Mike Tyson, when they said, our commentators noticed that you kept chewing on your glove during the fight. Was that Was something bothering you in pain? What was that? No, I have a biting fetish.
And then the best part was the other guy like didn't miss a beat. He's like, yeah, we know.
I'm the same way, Jason. I'm
Horrible and comforting.
Yeah.
Because my perspective is so blunt.
Yeah.
The way I react is so blunt that I'm afraid I can't help you grieve, but I can help you in the next steps. You know, that's probably the best way to say it. And I think that's what I've done with, especially people that are very close to me. I will basically say to them, you know, I know you're going through it right now. Just know I'm here, and no matter what time of day, I'm here. Like, I am not going to chase after you right now, because you're going to have so many people that don't know you that well that are going to be flooding your instant messenger and your text messages with stuff, and that's not me. And it's not that I'm not here for you.
Yep.
I'm being here for you by not doing that right now. And so that's the way I usually handle it. If it's something like somebody that I'm pretty close to, that's what I'll say is, I'm here. You just have to, even if it's just a perfect example of that, and if anybody knows Dee here that comes in here a lot, she lost her husband this past year. And that was rough. But rather
that was rough on us too.
But rather than like constantly bothering her and checking in on her, I would text her one thing. I would just say, you're beautiful, or those words of affirmation. You know, you're graceful, you're this, you're that. And then I wouldn't expect anything back. And then when she was ready, then she texted me back, and, you know, and that's what I did. I just told her, look, I'm here. You just got to let me know when you're ready. That's it. And all it can be is a hey. If I get a hey from you before I message you, then I know that you're ready to chat. And that's how we handled it. And that was probably the best way to do it. What?
She better not have puppies in there.
How? How would she have puppies?
Well, because she gets away and Gizmo's right over there now.
She has. Okay, this is different than male female.
Okay.
She has to be in heat. She was nowhere near him when she was in heat. She stayed in the house. Okay. But there's no way. But she does this to us every single time.
I mean, she just looks wider.
I know, she did this last time. We thought for sure she was pregnant because we even put her in with him. And nothing. And she goes through this whole phase where she gets to where she's like nesting. She acts like she's not depressed, but like, you know, she's exhausted because she's working on making babies. And then her back, part of her bag starts to fill up. And then nothing. Live stream.
So
yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. My goats won't shut up because they are in heat, and I feel like I'm listening to a bunch of horny teenagers outside. That's content right there. I'm just saying. I think that would be funny.
So I'm still doing my cold water therapy, but
which it's getting colder, so it's like really cold water therapy now.
It's actually starting.
Jeez, what was that?
Hey, blockhead, what are you doing?
She might be chasing after flies. That's what she was doing the other day.
Because you know how when you get into a true ice bath where there's like a whole bunch of ice, it actually does hurt a little bit. And my feet and my hands do you start to feel a little bit of
Like a pain.
like a little bit of a pain. But my back feels so good.
Can you jump in the pond? Not right now. Not the way it is right now.
Oh, speaking of pond, thank you. Jay on his property has cattails,
Okay.
and so I want to look up how to
Propagate them.
propagate them or he said I could just even go over there and dig them up,
Mm-hmm.
and so we can get them planted over there behind
Okay.
the shed, and that'll help start to
Just keep away from the snapping turtles.
because they filter the water,
Yes.
and so
Yeah, we
that
can
would
put them back there.
put them back there, and that could help.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that we can hopefully they'll just take over, and and then we can get some lily pads out there, and that'll really help start to clean that pond up, and then we can swim in it.
I still think that it is not going to be much different than what we're finding on the rest of our property. I feel like we're going to find a bunch of junk got thrown in there, so we're going to have to probably drain it, clean it, and
That's probably true.
fill it back up. But
I think we're only going to be able to drain it so far. I think it's spring fed. I do.
Yeah. So.
And so that's one of those projects that I want to get I want to have the pipe on property first.
Right.
So that way I can just dig it, put that pipe in, dig it out the rest of the way, have it all set and ready to go, put together, ready to go. That way we can dig out the hole, place it in there, and build the dam back up around it. So then that way we have an overflow.
Right.
And then be good to go.
Yeah. So, just trying to remember. So, what are you looking forward to the most for Thanksgiving
Turkey sandwiches.
food this year?
I don't know. 'Cause with me really doing my best to become more physically fit, the pumpkin roll is not on the menu for me. I may have one slice. But then I'll probably send the rest home with Blaze, just so I don't stumble. Losing this weight is very important to me, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice. It's been forever and a day since I had mac and cheese.
I shouldn't tell you that I got the stuff to make mac and cheese tonight.
So I'm probably really, in all honesty, I'm looking forward to everything, and I'll probably only eat one meal that day, and that would be the Thanksgiving meal. That way I've got the calories.
I don't think you could possibly have the calories for what you're going to ingest that day. Honestly. I honestly think what's going to happen...
I'm not going to sit down and eat 2,000 calories in one meal.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I just know I know turkey is good for you. Turkey will be a good protein with a low amount of calories.
And you're making the green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole.
Right. So...
And I got Brussels, so we could do Brussels sprouts instead of corn.
And broccoli, right?
I don't have broccoli. Donald works on Thanksgiving, but only half shift, so he'll be home in the morning. And I'll have food ready by noon, and we can veg out the rest of the day. I'm not doing anything for Thanksgiving. I will just work. I got nobody else to share it with now that I think about it. Before I cut everyone off, I was the one who did everything. Oh, you're allowed to cheat on Thanksgiving. It's tradition.
No.
Miss He said, I'm going to be eating soft foods. Smoking Reptile, what's up?
Okay, green bean casserole, whole thing. Okay, 1 cup. How many calories in 1 cup? 150 calories in 1 cup of green bean casserole.
Okay.
Okay, so I won't have an entire cup of green bean casserole.
I don't think you understand how much a cup is. It's like your fist. So you will have a cup.
Okay, so that's 150 calories.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gonna bake the macaroni and cheese? What are you doing?
No, I'll look up that part.
Calories in mac and cheese.
No, don't even look at
Yeah,
it
because
that
that
way.
one's crazy. Because that's 310 calories. Okay, 2 thick slices of turkey breast is 117 calories.
Yeah, I know it's really good.
Yeah.
Protein to
It's
calorie
24
ratio.
grams of protein.
Yes.
So that's really good. And basically, there's 88 calories in 3 ounces of turkey breast.
So she said dressing is what will kill you. Jason's not big on
Yeah, I'm not.
dressing.
Yeah. So.
And it's so funny. I don't know how many of y'all know this about me, but I will slave over cooking everything from scratch. I won't go to the store and buy a pecan pie. I'll make one. We don't buy pumpkin roll. I make it. Even this year with the pumpkin roll, we actually harvested our own pumpkins and pureed the pumpkin so that we have pumpkin stuff.
Brussels sprouts are only 38 calories.
Per what?
Per cup.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, so I'm probably looking at
What
on
is
the high
the
side
name of that taste of pumpkin?
500 calories.
Okay, there's skillet mac and cheese. That's the actual recipe I use right there.
What? How many? How many?
1.5 cups is 600 calories. That's where it is. That's where it comes from.
Well, I mean, that's gonna put me. Well, look.
It's like 1,000.
Let's just say I consume 1,000 calories at dinner, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is a Thanksgiving dinner. That's with turkey, green bean casserole, Brussels sprouts, macaroni and cheese.
And more than likely, you're not going to have 1.5 cups of mac
Right.
and cheese because on Thanksgiving you do like a little bit of this, and
Mhm.
a little bit of that, and a little bit of this.
Yeah,
So.
and let's just say 1 slice of pumpkin roll, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see what pumpkin roll looks like.
I'll get all of that food where normally, if you go to McDonald's
Oh yeah, no
and you
argument
get
there.
a double quarter pounder with cheese combo meal large, you're at that same 1,000 calories.
So this recipe says that I guess 1 slice is 360 calories.
Yeah. So I allot myself 2,200 calories a day.
Mm-hmm.
So I could eat a lot and still be okay if I don't eat anything else the rest of the day, that whole day. And one of the things that helps me get through sometimes when I'm close on my calories is pickles. Dill pickles. Because there's 0 calories in dill pickles.
Oh, this isn't right. It says it's only about 200-ish calories.
What, the mac and cheese?
No, for a pumpkin roll.
Oh, okay.
No, I know that the mac and cheese is right because it's the actual recipe that I use.
Now, you did learn something quite interesting today that the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup
How many of y'all have seen that? I saw it on Facebook or whatever. It said, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the big, large Reese's peanut butter tree or whatever that they're selling this year has like, I don't know if it was 90 something grams of protein or 60 something grams, but it was a lot of protein, and I thought that was pretty funny. So, but yeah.
How
But
many,
that's all the
how many
pop.
calories is in that big tree?
Oh, I can't even. Like, I'm not even worried about the calories as much as I am the sugar. Like, there's got to be so much. Because even that protein that's in the peanut butter comes with carbs and sugar, right? And so I don't even want to think about that. That's crazy. But I know that I will be making a pumpkin roll. I will be making a pecan pie because that's my kryptonite.
Now I want
But
to.
see, we don't eat sweets the whole rest of the year. That's the thing is like, sweets are not really our like staple around here. And so that's why I like to have, I mean, I don't make like 6 pies. I make 1 pecan pie, and when it's done, it's done. And, 1 or 2 pumpkin rolls, but that's because we have so many people that come over to eat.
Yeah. Now, this is also the time of year that the suicide rate goes up, domestic violence goes up, stress goes up, depression goes up, and it doesn't need to be that way. There are many different ways. Look, sometimes we have to 2 times a year, 2 or 3 times a year. You've always got to see that relative that you just don't like hanging around. The one that causes all that stress, the one that causes
all the drama,
all the heartache, and then you have the Me Too cousins, and then the one uncle who always has always done something harder than you or accomplished something better than you, and always wants to kind of rain on your parade, kind of thing. So we have to deal with these relatives during this time of year, and it can be stressful. That's where being strong mentally can really help you be able to sidestep landmines and to be able to find peace and enjoyment in the holidays. So some ways to be able to do this, some strong mentally strong tips would be to remember that your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. Sorry, women, you can't multitask. There's no such thing. The brain can only focus on one thing at a time. So, when the Me Too cousin or the I'm better than you uncle starts acting up, don't focus on it. Focus on, wow, the turkey is really good. Or,
I'm gonna have that slice of pumpkin roll.
I'm gonna have that slice of pumpkin roll. Or, grandma made the peanut brittle this year, so we're gonna get some peanut brittle. Or, start singing the Adam Sandler turkey song in your head. Do not let those people affect you. And then just breathing in and out of your nose, and just focus on the breathing.
Well, that's like, what was one of the things that we've heard is that if, when somebody else is upsetting you, that's not upsetting them. It's not bothering them.
You're giving them the power.
You're giving them the power. And so
you are becoming a slave to them, and you are giving them the power
Yep.
over you to be able to control your emotions. Um, and
That's why I hang out with you guys. It keeps me sane.
and that's a very hard lesson to learn, and it takes a lot of practice. Like I learned something today about neurons today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was really quite interesting when it was talking about how neurons communicate with one another. Now, those of you who don't know what a neuron is, it's in your it's basically it's in your brain, and that's what helps you think, helps you do thoughts. It pretty much the neurons control everything. They got to be firing. And it was basically they used the example of when you're learning how to throw a football. And the very first time you learned how to throw a football, you learned how to do your crotcheting right there. It was difficult because neuron A needed to communicate with and pass information on to neuron B, and there was no
connection
there.
There was no synapse.
And so they had to develop that, and it was just like in the beginning, it's just like a one lane old dirt road. And so, or basically they used the example of it was passing information like snail mail, like through the U.S. Postal Service.
Yep.
And then as you practiced and those neurons were developing that road of communication, that path to communication, it went from being that dirt road to an 8-lane highway. And then something happened called, I can't pronounce it, I'm going to show you the word.
What's really cool is if you can Google it. Yeah, myelination.
Myelination, and then long-term potentiation.
So, if you've ever looked, if you can look on it on YouTube.
That's explaining what I learned today. And basically, what that myelination is it basically is like a protective gel around the fingers of those two neurons that are now touching to make the communication go back and forth. And so as soon as that myelination is formed, it goes from being like snail mail to like text messaging. So the information is able to flow really quickly, so then you become better at throwing the football. And so, and able to become strong mentally, you have to practice different things to be able to not surrender your power to the Me Too cousins. So it takes practice. But don't let them have that power over you. It was really, today's lesson was really cool. And so then as you start developing it, and that kind of stuff starts to become second nature, that's when that long-term thing kicks in, and then it's very easy for those two neurons to.
Well, because what happens is it's not neurons. Two neurons. If you ever watch it, if you look it up on YouTube, you'll find it. They have microscopic views of this forming, and you could see it. It starts like Jason said. It'll start just two touching. And they won't touch right away. They'll slowly approach each other, and then it's like they're holding hands. They'll grab on. And then you'll see more come from that same, this is the cell or whatever, and it'll send off one, and those two will touch, and then another one will touch, and another one will touch, and then it looks like that instead of just two fingers. And so the more connections you can make, the more, growth is happening and skills and memory and things like that.
And that's really cool because that goes along with everything. You want to be good at gardening, you got to practice.
Yes. Definitely. Definitely. So does anybody, so we've got some content we gotta make for this weekend. We have a special thing with one of our channel sponsors that we're gonna let out of the bag for Black Friday. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yep.
But we've got a link to save quite a bit of money on this thing. And I've been hinting around at it on a couple of my videos. But we haven't come out with the actual video yet.
And we're going to be coming out with the videos, the top 10 gifts to give a homesteader for Christmas, and the top 10 gifts to give a prepper for Christmas. What?
We are doing both.
Yeah, we were supposed to already have them done, but you dropped the ball.
Yeah, because I'm the only one doing YouTube videos right now,
Yeah,
so it would be me dropping the ball, you know.
Womp womp.
Just saying. Like, if you're going to kick the horse, you might as well just take it down. I'm catching up on videos. Yeah, so hopefully we're doing our best to try and put something out every day except Saturday and Sunday, which hopefully that will change this week. But we were able to get out content every day last week except for weekend. I've been working on a Homesteaders Hub idea too for homesteaders that produce goods. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Kind of like a marketplace of sorts.
That would be really good.
Yeah. So I think we've got a frost coming, or a freeze. You have a freeze. Jason had to correct me the other day. I keep saying that we've had a freeze, and he tells me no, we haven't had a freeze, because freeze means 32, and we haven't hit 32 yet. But then I proceed to show him pictures of everything around the farm that has frost on it, and he politely tells me that that is not a freeze, that is frost.
Okay, so let me ask you this: when you stick an ice cream tray in the freezer, and you go in an hour or two later, and there's that thin line of ice in there, but if you put your finger on it, it breaks and it's still water. Is that a freeze?
Yeah.
Is it frozen?
Yeah.
It's
the
frozen.
top surface is frozen.
Okay, so let me say this again. When you put your finger on it and it breaks and your finger goes in the water.
It was frozen, yes. The top surface was frozen.
Was the whole cube frozen?
No, but
So
I'm not saying that. But okay, but here's the distinction. This is why I'm in case you haven't figured this out, I am passively aggressively roasting him right now. But here, at the end of the day, this is what matters. It doesn't matter what the terminology is. It matters that there was frost on the plants. And frost is what can kill a plant. It's not as much about the freeze as it is the frost. So, I'm just saying. So, just throwing that out there. What are you seeing? He's Googling it now.
The National Weather Service says that a frost can form when the temperature falls below 36 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes.
A freeze is when the temperature falls below 32 degrees
I know.
Fahrenheit.
I understand that. And I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is that my whole point of telling you that we had a freeze was to tell you that there was frost. And frost is dangerous on plants that are not frost hardy or frost tolerant. Because when you look on your seeds, it doesn't say freeze tolerant, it says frost tolerant. So pardon me for not using the right word, but all I was saying is there was frost on stuff.
That's not what you said.
This
I know.
squirrel has been sitting for a day. Can it go in the freezer now?
What?
The squirrel.
The squirrel.
Can it go in the freezer now? It's been resting
Yes.
for a day.
Yes. Did you kill any more today?
No.
She's too busy killing other things.
I could go to jail.
No, you couldn't. You certainly could not have until you said I could go to jail. So I'm just saying. Snitches get stitches.
You're the one still talking about it.
Okay. She said, Crystal said, I hear furious typing. Just have to be right, Jason. Just have
Oh,
to.
really? Okay. Okay. I'm just going to end this right now. Last word.
I won't fall for that.
You just did. You
No.
gotta have the last word. You
No.
gotta say the last thing.
Exactly. Because that is exactly how you think you win by saying, last word.
No, you know how I win?
I'll stab you. Y'all might want to leave because you're about to witness
You're about to
strength of street knowledge. Look, Lagatha's like putting you in your place.
She's not putting me anywhere.
Yes, she is. She's like, Daddy, leave her alone. You need to be right. No, the irony in that is that I'm usually the one when somebody says something that is absolutely not right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't let it. I'm awful about it. I can't let it go. If I know what the right answer is,
Yeah, her nephrons
I
just
can't.
start going crazy.
I can't let it go. I have to, and it's not so much, at least in my brain,
Something's happening in that hippocampus.
it's not so much that I want the other person to know that I'm right. It's more that I'm checking my own knowledge. Like, I'm going, wait a minute, no, I'm pretty sure it's this. And then I have to look at it and go, okay, yeah. So I'm more trying to justify it to myself than I'm trying to, like, tell somebody they're wrong, if that makes sense. Unless it's him. Because if he's wrong, he needs to know he's wrong. I'm just saying. Because you make me feel stupid, or you make me feel like I'm wrong, or I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm like,
Really,
I do know
vocabulary?
what I'm talking about. Yeah, but you do that with other
let me ask you
stuff.
something. What would happen
Jason,
if
I will
pull?
stab you. I will.
What about this string right here? If I
I
pull
make
on
sure Donald knows I'm right. See, that's why she and I are good friends. You're not gonna pull anything. This is all this hat makes me think of Crystal.
it? Yeah.
Yes. It's a slouchy hat. I know it doesn't look like a slouchy hat right now, but it will be a slouchy hat.
Can you put this in the desk drawer with the other glasses? Because your daughter was lazy and just put it in here.
Your daughter is not the one that put it there. You specifically said put it in the desk. Guess what? It's in the desk.
Who the man?
Do you know
Who the
what
man?
you're threatening right now?
Who
Because
the man?
you understand that when you do something, the next person is going to one-up you.
Who the man? Who
And
the
you
man?
know where I'm going to use the scissors, right?
You can put it in there all you want to. That's your favorite toy.
Okay. Try me.
Cut your hair. We're in the mean phase now. We went from being hot all the time to just being mean.
Oh, we're being mean for no reason, or we're being antagonized and you don't like the fact that I'm being mean back.
You're not antagonizing me. I love you.
She's going to beat you, Jason.
Crystal loves those slouchy hats.
Yes.
I saw Crystal's Addams Family TikTok today.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. You know, there are a few people that can get away with doing those AI things with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that it did with me and Ragnar was really good. I mean, I look a lot like Ragnar. But Crystal, her, I think she was. I'm trying to remember who was the mom in Adam's Family. I think that's who they had her dressed like. It looked really good. I would have been. That's a really good look for you.
Now you've got me curious.
Mm-hmm. I like the ones where you become a Pixar
Mm-hmm.
character. I really like those.
Oh, that's an older one. LOL.
Oh, I just saw it today. Of course, I just now got back on TikTok. We're back on TikTok, y'all. Now that Blaze is getting out of the Marine Corps and he's no longer in the building, we don't have to worry about that. So we decided to get back on TikTok. So please come on over and join us on the old TikTok.
On the old TikTok. Yeah, that's fun.
We put out some TikTok videos out there, have we not?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have. You'll have to show me her later because I don't see it. But like she said, if it's an older one, then.
Yeah.
I'm a goth baby though. Oh, Morticia, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morticia. You freaked her out by doing that. She's
What else was I
looking
gonna
out the
say?
window.
Knock it off, knucklehead. There's something else I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. Lagatha.
She's catching flies in the air.
So.
She's gonna be our star of the short that we're putting out tomorrow. She is developing this personality with Jason that is so funny to watch in the morning. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So hopefully at some point tomorrow y'all will see that. But it's very funny. And she's very consistent. She does the same thing every single morning. And if Jason is not on her schedule, she gives him a hard time about it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's, you know how like some animals will like sit there and wait for you to go to the bathroom, and then they sit by the door and like stare at you. Like she's like that, but not with the bathroom.
Blaze has been. We're allowed to talk now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Blaze has been accepted at the University of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be a bulldog. He'll start class in January. He's going to hang out down there in Augusta for a little while until he can get housing or whatnot. I don't understand that, but he's going to do that. Maybe get a little part-time job somewhere or something. I don't know. He's keeping that all real close to the chest, so that's fine. But then he's going to go to school for psychology, and so that's going to be good.
Yep. Are we gonna have a live on Thanksgiving? No. Not Thursday. We won't.
No, she's talking about Members Live, not on Thanksgiving.
Right. That's what.
But we were talking about maybe sneaking one in tomorrow or Wednesday. I have to go pick Carol up tomorrow. Our friend Jay is letting us borrow a truck, so we can go get her. And so we'll pick her up tomorrow after 3, so it'd be about 6, 7 o'clock. And so maybe we will jump in and do that because you want to share what's on the coffee table out there. And then next Monday we'll share it with everybody else.
No, I'll probably share it in the Facebook or on Instagram or something after.
Before the live. Okay.
No. Yeah, before the live. Because ideally, these are things that we can sell for people for Christmas gifts. Because it seems to be a very. I'm noticing there are a lot of people that really like to get the scrubby, like the dish scrubbies, and also the soap sacks. It's a under $10, reusable. Can be continue to be washed. It's just
It's good for the Secret Santas and the Dirty Santas
for
and
that kind of stuff, or for the
what was it
stocking
called
stuffer.
when it was you could take somebody's gift?
Dirty Santa,
No, Dirty Santa was something completely other.
Chinese Christmas,
Chinese Christmas or
white elephant.
White Elephant. Yeah, that's it.
It's a bunch of different.
Those things that they're definitely good for that. So, well, we've been on a little over an hour, so
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna go eat a pickle. So, for those of you that know, I started playing Valheim again, and there's some new cool things in there that I didn't know that was there.
Mhm.
So that's kind of cool.
Yep.
So.
I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I'm just going to do a short form post on it, but I've been so excited about this. I know we've told y'all about. This will be a last little thing. That we were blessed with a bunch of goose meat a while back, and I ran across a recipe in a magazine that's like it's like a guns and lace or guns and grits or something like that. It's like the rough and soft of you've never seen it before. Hold on, I'll tell you. Hold on. I want to get it right.
All I'm picturing is you holding some guns, wearing the lace stuff, and I'm like, yes, that's an anniversary present. Which, by the way, Robin and I just
Garden and Gun. That's what it's called. Garden and Gun.
I like guns and lace better.
I know.
But we just celebrated
19 years,
19 years
on Sunday.
on
Oh,
Sunday.
no, Saturday.
Yeah, because we've been married 19 years and 2 days today.
Yes.
So,
So we're working on 20 this year. Crystal said, "Ooh, is it working again on your Xbox?" Yes, but not online. He has just the.
We got rid of the
Bought the game or
pass,
whatever.
We just bought the game.
But anyway, we started making the goose breast as a roast. And it's very good as a roast. But then I wanted to try something different. So I told Jason, be ready to order pizza.
Yeah. And she made it, and then I got to thinking, and we're going to have a video on this, on how we're going to take this. And remember, I'm the sandwich guy. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
But anyway, so be looking for that. We've been doing a lot of garden stuff, content. Definitely be looking for some food content coming up, and that will be one of them. So
now, don't completely log out of YouTube, because in about 20 minutes, our next video is going to be going out. I think you guys, if you garden, this is definitely a video that you'd want to see. As we are starting to get into the colder weather, and so you got to start bringing stuff in or deciding whether or not that you're going to keep it. And this might be a video that'll help you out on that. So 8:30, be on the lookout for it.
7:30 Central.
7. Yeah. On that note,
We love y'all.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us this week. We appreciate it. We love everything that love seeing everybody in there. Members, huge shout out. Shout out to them. Our members are all the ones that got the little cool little icons that get to pop up by their names. Some of them have YouTube channels as well. Go support their channel. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. She teaches you how to make some things, how to cook some things. Copper Kettle. They do great things. Also, if you're wanting to put out a website for a business or whatever that you got going on, definitely shoot Crystal over there at Copper Kettle Farms a message. She can host your site.
She can do as much or as little as you
want.
You
She can
want.
even build it for you if you want
Yeah,
to.
she can do all kinds of
But
stuff.
and I'll say this: we've been with her 3 years now.
I think it's over 3 because we had to renew it this past year. So
yeah, so about 4 years she's been hosting the Big Bear website. And,
yeah, because it was 20. I think it was 2020.
And she has helped us make some modifications. She has, helped us with a lot of the back office stuff. And we were with GoDaddy. And we were paying a lot at GoDaddy.
For the name, it's like Nike shoes. Like you're paying for the swoosh.
And
4 years in February.
we don't pay that as much with Crystal as we did with GoDaddy, and we got twice the amount of protection.
Well, and not just that, but when this is no different than the.
And I'm supporting a homesteader, not a big name.
Right. Instead of supporting the Walmart, you're supporting the local, mom and pop shop. This is the same thing. If I throw my dollars into the GoDaddy fund, that goes to wherever. But I know that if I give, even if it was the same amount of money, if I know that money is going to go to help Crystal, pursue what she wants to do, then I'm all for that. That's a win-win.
Yep. And look, she's not, I don't want to put too much of her business out there, but she is not a fly-by-night. She does some stuff for some pretty important people and some famous people. And so she's got
an extensive portfolio.
She knows what she's doing, is what I'm saying.
She's so funny, and I geek out walking them through things on Marco all the time. It's so funny because I don't do it intentionally, but like I'll ask her a question, and then I push the stop, and then I go, oh.
But what's funny?
This has the potential.
Well, what's funny with that is she has used that term so much on Marco
that I use.
No, that when you read the transcriptions, like you get the AI summary. There's been times it says Crystal is geeking out again over explaining. Da 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 da.
Yeah. I've used. It's now become normal speech. That I even will say, oh man, she's getting ready to geek out on this. Like, I never used to use that word, but that's her term.
Yeah. So
I geek out.
Definitely, I think she threw the link up there. If not, probably within the next month or so, we're going to put a page up on our website of people who we trust, and her link
will definitely be on there.
Definitely be there.
Yeah.
And again, I reiterate the fact that she is basically a mom and pop operation. If you have issues and you call, you're not going to get somebody with a thick accent unless you consider Pennsylvania a thick accent that you can't understand. And it's not going to be a computer. It's not going to be somebody over in India or Bangladesh somewhere. It's going to be she's gonna be right there, and you're gonna be talking to her, and she's gonna bust her butt to make sure it's good to go. So and and I'm not just saying that because she's a member of the channel. I'm saying that because she hosts our website, and it's legit. We've been with her for 4 years.
Yeah. And I've watched her.
And we're gonna be there 40 more years.
Yeah, I've watched her grow. I don't know. Some of those Philly people I don't understand. I feel you on that one. Now, I've watched her, what the heck was that? So we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight. And I hope y'all. Well, I'm sure everything's fine. Ladessa is talking, so she obviously didn't get hurt. Yeah, it was a big crash. I don't know what that was. So, y'all have a good evening and happy Thanksgiving. What happened?
Deer head fell off the wall. John Deere fell off the wall.
What did it? So how many hurricane lamps?
It looks like just one hurricane lamp, maybe two.
Man.
So.
Okay. Well, there's that. Y'all have a good evening. We're gonna be cleaning up glass for a while.
Yeah, love y'all. Thank you. God bless. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Have a great Thanksgiving.
We'll see you on the flip side.
And members, we'll see you in a day or two. So now I have to go clean up glass because the deer head fell off the wall, which is inevitably my fault that I probably didn't get up there secured fast enough. So there's that. So we're just gonna really just take it one day at a time.